Okay, so when a soccer ball moves along a surface, there's a component of force that is parallel to the surface called the frictional force. A soccer ball rolling across fields creates friction, the friction being opposite the direction the ball is moving in. In physics, we use an equation that says the frictional force is equal to the normal force multiplied by the coefficient of friction. The coefficient of friction will vary with the ball and the type of surface with which it interacts. The more friction there is between the ball and the fields, the slower the ball will move across the field. Therefore, the coefficient of friction will tell us how fast or how slow the ball will travel. It only makes sense that the higher the coefficient of friction is, the slower the ball will travel. Oftentimes in soccer, we want the ball to curve around opponents or curve when you're making a shot to get it into the goal. The Magnus effect states if an object travels while spinning through the air, there is one side with faster speed and another with slower speed, which will make the object curve. So the side of the ball where the direction of spin is same as the direction of airflow has a faster speed than the other side by the Magnus effect. According to Bernoulli's principle, since the speed of the spin is faster, the air pressure will be lower. This effect causes the ball to curve. To curve the ball, it must be initially kicked off-center to create a side spin. So many times in a soccer game, you'll see the goalie throwing with one arm instead of two. The reason for this is to achieve longer acceleration time. Using one arm to throw gives a goalkeeper longer contact with the ball than when using two arms. So by throwing a ball with one hand, he gets more time to accelerate while the ball is on his hand, which will make the ball go faster and further. In a throw-in situation, a player must use both of his hands to throw a ball and must keep both of his feet on the ground when the ball leaves his hands. So unlike the goalkeeper's throwing, in a throw-in, the player can't use one arm to accelerate the ball longer or can't even throw too hard because it can make the feet move far away from the ground. So most players don't try to throw it in too far when they're doing a throw-in.